We are doing this twin experience, and just as an intro, this is a kind of uh, meditation practice theory that this scientist, which is called Garnier Malet, discovered. And he, well, basically said that this is a great experience. It's a theory. So every one of us, we really don't live in one reality or one linear experience of time, but we kind of have this linear way of living in our lives, in our bodies. So I would like you, as I speak now, maybe to start feeling your body and relaxing in your body. So you may want to close your eyes at this moment, but still you're listening to my voice. So it's only just relaxing our breathing body, like breathing in, breathing out, and yes, try to feel your breath. Try to relax your body, feel your muscles, like you're relaxing, and you can enter into this experience a little bit, yes, more relaxed, happy, and yeah, trying to enjoy this. I'm going to try to do this like very playful and very joyful, so we can just have a good experience and say, "Whoa, we're here to experience this kind of meditation." So we will be feeling in our body and this in these 7 minutes, because it's gonna be very short and it's gonna be very, very like to the point. So we will be feeling that this is not a linear time in our lives, and we will be trying to embody ourselves in all these potentials. So Garnier says, you are really living in a universe and in a doubling experience, so time is not linear. Time and space is a doubling reality, and we will be experiencing ourselves in these potentials. So we will have our twin, and this twin is gonna travel, and it's gonna double yourself. It's gonna double yourself in all these potential streams of time, which are in your future. So you will be experiencing yourself according to the library and all the things you want to do in tech and in this library. And you will see yourself traveling in this future, embodying your future potential and saying, okay, I'm here, I'm in the future, and now I can predict my past. So I invite you just to close your eyes, breathe in, relax yourself, and just start imagining yourself traveling in the future. You have a twin, which is yourself, but this twin is just in your future, living a potential. And you will be travel there when I say travel and go there, but you are just feeling your body and you are embodying yourself in these future potentials. And in this future, you will experience yourself as your higher experience, and you will see what is this potential for you. Maybe it's traveling to different places. Maybe this is gonna be writing, designing. But be aware that you will know perfectly what is gonna happen, and that what happens is gonna be your higher experience. So don't worry about the experience, because it's gonna be the best you can have at this point of time, and you will be sure to be living your highest experience. And the beauty of this is this is twin. Your twin is gonna reach out to you from the future, because she will know and he will know what is the best for you, and you will be able to live all these different experiences in all these timelines and all these realities. But you will experience this in your body, and you will be super relaxed. Maybe you will have visualizations, maybe it's gonna be a trip, maybe it's gonna be something sensory. Doesn't matter, because it's gonna be the best experience for you and the best thing that can happen to you. And the beauty is that without knowing this, you will experience this perfectly, and you will have all this knowledge when you open your eyes and when you come back to this stream and to this timeline. So start relaxing, start living in this reality of your potential, on your future, on this doubling experience. Your twin is your highest self, and he knows what's best for you, and he's going to experience all your timelines at this time, because time is not linear. Time is an illusion, and it's going to be in the future, in your present, and in your past. And when you start and when you come back to this, you will have the knowledge. So relax. And you are gonna enter now the experience very slowly. It can be a trip. It can be you're into the world. Maybe you don't see nothing, but you start feeling all this energy in you because it's your twin, it's your devil saying to you, you have all this time. So, and remember, it's gonna be 7 minutes, but with these 7 minutes of clock time, you're gonna have all the time you need, to experience all the potentials and all your twin experience. So 7 minutes equals all the time you need to experience this and to have your twin experience. Please come into your experience, close your eyes, and flow with this. Okay, come now to your body. Return slowly, little by little. Come here again. Breathe deeply. Stay in your experience a little bit. But wait. Try to open your eyes. Staying in that space for a little bit longer. Come into your body. Okay, you are in your room. Now, again, in your timeline. You have now experienced your correct timeline, but still we have this in our body, this experience, which in my case, it has been wonderful. I have been doing this as well. And maybe if you want to repeat this, it's a practice that you can do all night or tonight, just to enjoy the experience a little bit more. Because if we can do this for maybe 7 days, a week, or 10 days, it's going to be like more experiencing in your reality, because we are reaching, our twin is now working with us without us doing nothing. We have this experience. Our twin is going to reach us halfway in our potentials, because we did this, and we know she and he will be working with us. And I want to do a little integration. Maybe you want to share a little bit, how do you experience this, how it was something surprising, how did you feel? And I would love to hear a little bit from either of you, or from all of you, just to integrate this. Please drink some water now.
Yeah.
So you can,
I can share.
integrate that as well. Please drink some water.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. That was so beautiful, Letty. Thank you so much. I didn't know what to expect. And yeah, I can't believe how quickly I sunk right in. And I just right away had like all these deep vibrations kind of around my shoulders up to the top of the crown of my head. And almost like a comforting warm blanket vibrations, like someone kind of like holding me in. And yeah, I really felt grounded. I just and I could feel myself in nature. And yeah, it was just really, really quite comforting. I felt so comforted with my twin. And I felt also I didn't want it to end, to be honest. When you're like, okay, come back. I was like, no, I want to stay here. I really like this place. It feels safe and I feel very comfortable. I don't know. That's the only word I could say. I felt that's a place where it felt natural to me to be in that state. So thank you very much. And, I was happy to share. And if I were to practice this, where could I look this up just so I can maybe read a little bit of what you said at the beginning and then
Yeah,
I
it's
can.
wonderful, because I love you say it's like you feel cozy in that space, because it's
Yeah, yeah.
the best experience. Like maybe you don't know what was happening, but it was like you were there. So it's no way, you don't need to do anything. So that's great. This is, you can read, I don't know if there are like lots of materials, but I know there is a
Mhm.
video from this specific guy, this Garnier Malet, and he explains this practice, but it's more the theory of it, which is like quantum physics, really. So this is like scientific
Okay.
theory. So we can double ourselves in this way. And he says that it's best if we experience this just before going to bed. So before sleep,
Okay.
like 1 or 2 minutes before you fall asleep, you just like do
Yeah.
kind of mental experience and say, I'm gonna relive this, or I'm gonna just ask my twin to relive my possibilities or my potentials. And maybe you can
Mm.
reach to her and say, I want to experience something relating to my work or my life. In this case, we were just a little bit on the tech space, right? The Consilience library or ourselves, because we were sharing this. But you can do that before going to sleep and reach to her in this moment, because it's like it has more possibilities or more potentials because we fall asleep and then we enter into this REM space. And
Right.
just maybe Google Garnier Malet, doubling of time,
Okay.
theory of doubling of time, and there is something, and he has a website and he explains there the theory, which is like quantum powers, quantum physics, and this doubling of time. Like we are really living in past, present, future at the same time. So we have to fall into this flow, right? And to say we are not linear human beings. And that's the beauty of, like, we open ourselves and say, yes, please come to me with the best experiences I can just possibly have. So yeah, at night, if you want to play like 7 days, it's gonna have like lots of potential for you, or 10 days.
Let's all do it.
Yes, till next Thursday. We'll do it, like renewing the same experience.
And this call's recorded as well too, so we can pull up the call.
Yes, so we can just do it at the same time, or maybe you want to experience yourself again with all the potential from today because you felt great. So maybe you can just listen to the first 20 minutes or something like that.
Sure. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Nick, do you want to share something?
Yeah, for me, like, just like what Andrea said when you're like, okay, it's time, and it's like, no, that was so nice. But for me, it was like, it started off with like a flower. It was like complete darkness, and then it opened up with like a flower in the middle of my view, and it was just like blooming, but it was blooming in a spiral, if that makes sense. Like it opens up one by one like a spiral, and then I would zoom into Earth, and then I would see like a lab, and then people are just like working together on something, and then I would zoom out again, and it would be like,
oh my god, the library.
Yeah, it's a library. It's like a user interface, and I saw like a bunch of like happening now live or whatever, like of multiple things happening, like multiple events or like stuff like that what we're doing now happening all over the world. And then I would keep zooming in and out from like different areas of the world where there'd be like physical lab sessions happening. And then I saw that like the self-discovery game, it's you get into it by like entering the center of the flower. That's how you like go down that rabbit hole.
Interface. We go through the middle and then we fall into the labs. Oh, that's
Yeah. No, you go to the middle and you fall into the self-discovery game, but outside of the flower is surrounded by like where it says like, oh, this is what's happening right now. And then I basically like, it's like the library is like a hub for everything Web3. It was like, it's almost like kernel, but like with an actual like user interface, and everyone knows to go there to get the knowledge they need to get into Web3. And we had like multiple different protocols or something. Like I remember feeling like, oh great, like it is funded by everyone in Web3 because they understand the value of like the knowledge that we're sharing, kind of like kernel. And what else was there?
And you were like going through the middle every time? You were outside?
No. I was like, I would look at the flower, like it's like in the middle, and then I don't know, it felt like I was zooming in somewhere, but I wasn't zooming into the user interface. It felt like I was zooming into Earth, and then like I would see like a physical lab like somewhere in Europe, and then zoom out, a physical lab somewhere in South America, zoom out, and then physical lab somewhere in like America, and then zoom out again. Like I just would see people together, and so it something that kept coming up is like, it's like it's a decentralized library, which is like, it just sounds like buzzwords, right? But the way I see it, it's like you can be anywhere in the world, access this even physically as well, like all this knowledge, and it can never be like lost.
Yeah, sounds great. It's like a clue or something, like you have experienced that already. So it's happening. It's happening, this future potential. So I'm super happy. to listen to this. And I also felt myself like traveling physically to places. And I have seen myself in, well, that's normal because I have been in these places as well, but it's like me in a new me doing these kind of things.
Yeah.
So it's great. Yeah. Love
That
it.
was amazing. I see that Within the Vacuum has joined us.
Yes, within the vacuum. I think you missed the first bit, so you couldn't do the practice, but it was recorded, so maybe you can just do it any other day. We will share the recording in the channel, and you can just do this one when you want, if you want to experience it with ourselves.
Okay, great. Yeah, I was busy. I was mixing, so couldn't get here before. But thank you. Yeah, I'll do it definitely.
No worries
Thanks.
with this recording, so we can experience this. And we decided to do this for 7 days, just to empower ourselves in the experience. So I will be happy for us just to share in the channel what happens in. Well, they say like it's normally you experience like results, let's say, or your future potentials coming to reality, or your future self telling you, or you experiencing that it's easier to flow into this in 20-40 days. So yes, stay open to this and see you next week or around. And thank you for being here.
Thank you
Awesome.
for doing it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Really
thank you so
amazing.
much, Letty. That was so
Well,
amazing.
I love
I
that.
hope you can share this with everybody in Omega. My gosh, everyone should use this.
Yeah, maybe they want to to do it later, but it was great. I felt super joyful and super happy, so I guess that's a good point and good sign for us. I was smiling all the time. I felt super happy.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I felt that energy. It was beautiful.
Yes,
Do
I'm
you
happy.
think we could do this at the start of like every working group call? Because
I
that would
know,
like
right?
Yeah, that would be
so
different.
amazing.
This is like an experience. The others, it would be like a check-in or like a little meditation. I would be happy to do that, but I don't know if every other working group is kind of, falling into this space. But well, if anyone wants to do that, I invite anyone to do it at the beginning of the calls. Yeah.
True, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Thank you so much, Letty. And
Thank
thanks,
you.
Mare, for recording it as well. So we
Yeah,
could
thank you so
go
much
back
for
to it.
recording it.
We can come back because if we listen to this, we'll come back to the same space. So yes, I invite you to do so. I will do that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bert. Thank you for recording.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.